You're watching the News Channel 15 Highlight Zone with Glenn Marini. Sports coverage you can count on with the Highlight Zone starts now.
Wayne's a good football team.
Every game is the biggest game of the schedule.
We need our offense to put up some points.
We have a very exciting offense.
It's hard to replicate what Powers brings to the table at quarterback.
They told me on Thursday last week, said, Coach, this is a big game.
Well, I can't overstate it. It was Bring Your Abacus night at Lewis Field because the scoreboard, it was being lit up. Huge numbers put up tonight in a key SAC matchup, and we're going to waste no time to get to Joe Whalen and his calculator for your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. Joe.
Yeah, Glenn, better make that a graphing calculator. I doubt anyone who went to tonight's showdown between Wayne and Bishop Loras has ever seen a game like that before. There's no question defensive coordinators on both sides didn't get much sleep this week, and they certainly won't after tonight. It all adds up to one heck of an explosive game of the week. Former Bishop Loras defensive standout Jalen Smith in the house, and that was ironic because this game featured zero defense. After Loras scores on its opening possession, Wayne goes to work. Austin Yarbrough turns the corner, and see ya. How's that for a start for the Generals? 57 yards. This one was tied at 7 early. After Wayne tacks another on the board, the Knights answer with a long-scoring drive of their own. C.J. McCarter caps it off from a yard out, 14-all at that point. But in what would quickly become the theme of the night, Wayne with a big response, the reverse, and Kai Black the high handoff to Deion Powers, and Powers is gone. 83 yards, longest play from scrimmage on the night for either team, 21 of 14. We're still in the first. Late in the half now, Knights driving again. Noah Wazinski drops it to Corey Griggs. He's in 28-21. After the Generals turn it over on their next possession, C.J. McCarter capitalizes 5 touchdowns tonight for McCarter. 41-28 at the half. Even she can't believe it, and she's less than a year old. Third quarter now, Wayne trying to keep pace. Generals engineering another scoring drive. Keon Powers looking deep. 13-yard hookup with Notre Dame recruit Austin Robertson. Wayne refuses to go away. It's 48-35, but on the ensuing kickoff, more news for Irish Nation. Another Notre Dame target. Austin Mack finds a lane, breaks a couple tackles, and then it's just an old-fashioned foot race to the end zone. That's the exclamation point on one of the wildest football games you will ever see. Loras wins it 69-47.
Never. The excitement and the hype coming into the game was just huge. And then for us to come out and perform like this as a team, we definitely made a statement tonight.
That was the most overwhelming, most excitement game I've ever been a part of. I mean, that was huge. They were going in 4-0 with the edge, with all their athletes and everything. I mean, we were expecting to win. That's what we did.
You know, our return game is outstanding. Offensively, we put the ball in the air, we put it on the ground. We pretty much did what we wanted to. That was, quite frankly, kind of surprising.
Wayne hosts Bishop Dwenger next week. Loras will travel to Concordia. Glenn, choose your adjective. Insane, wild, unpredictable, 116 total points, nearly 1,000 yards of total offense in this one.
And you mentioned the defensive coordinator's probably not happy with how it turned out in this game, but the OCs probably sleeping pretty good tonight.
Celebrating.
Thank you very much, Joe. Hey, at Spooler Stadium, Schneider looking to stay perfect in the SAC. Panthers hosting Concordia. 27-12 Schneider at the half, third quarter, Isaac Stiebling. You saw him on the roll out there to Matthew Thornton. It's a touchdown, 34-12, Schneider in control. But Concordia not giving up. Ensuing kickoff, Peterson Curligran. Not too long ago, he had 230 yards and 5 touchdowns in a game. In this one, he returns it all the way to the 17-yard line, but the Schneider defense would drum up a stop. Later in the third, how about Money Woods? Check out his line. 21 carries, 197 yards, 3 touchdowns for the aptly named Money Woods as he catches in. 48-25, Schneider your winner over Concordia. Bishop Dwenger taking on one of the top programs from Ohio in Cincinnati, LaSalle. Saints actually beat them in overtime at their place last year, second quarter. Already 7-zip Dwenger, but it's Nick Watson to Maurice Warren to tie it at 7. Dwenger would fumble on the kickoff return. LaSalle, great field position. But Marcus steps up, the senior linebacker, with the interception. However, Dwenger would throw an interception of their own on the ensuing possession. And then, watch this, into your living room, it's Watson to Joshua Gebbing, 14-7 LaSalle. And Dwenger would fall to Cincinnati LaSalle by a final of 28-7. Northside also stepping out of conference tonight as they battle Mishawaka. Picked this one up in the first quarter. Mishawaka marching the ball down. Tanner Bradley with a 1-yard touchdown run. It's 6th zip Caveman after the failed 2-point attempt. And that little Redskin, like, what happened? Well, this would happen. North would move the ball at the end of the first quarter. Arian Nieves to Jordan Kindig. That's a first down for the Redskins. Same drive, though. Second quarter, Nieves looking deep. And watch the hands here. Great interception by Devin Wakes. Mishawaka beats Northside 34-7. Last stop in the SAC, both Northrop and Southside looking for that win #1 this fall. Up 6-zip is Northrop. Mid-second quarter, Jason Ash takes the handoff, goes 22 yards all the way down to the 14-yard line. Ash, a big night, 17 carries, 105 yards, 3 TDs. One of these TDs coming right there, an 11-yard touchdown, 13-zip Bruins. But on the ensuing kick, Terrell King from Southside making tacklers miss, and this is fundamental football if you're a kick returner. He goes 97 yards for the touchdown. However, that would be South's only score in this one as Northrop gets win #1 on the season by a final of 34-7. Moving on to a huge game in the NHC, the Knights of East Noble and the Chargers of Carroll, both 2-0 in conference play coming in. Carroll's Aiden Smith to Eric Lauer here in the third quarter. Beautiful football, and the Chargers take a 17-7 lead. Now 20-7. East Noble battling back with 9 minutes to go. Harold B. Wolf lateral to Dylan Fuller and to a wide open Colton Williams. 20-13 at that point. Final score, final series, I should say. Wolf hurt Andrew McCormick in his place, but Luke Bruner takes him down as Carroll goes on to beat East Noble 20-14. They're undefeated in the NHC.
We had last year in our minds, and we just grinded it out. It was a good game on both sides, and we pulled out the victory. Play action was working, and just reading the corners. I mean, they gave away what was going on, and it was just an easy pass to throw.
Carroll's at DeKalb next week. East Noble will host Norwell. And speaking of those Norwell Knights, New Haven at the Courtyard this evening. First quarter action. Norwell's Pearson Harnish. Oh, Adam Hoffer. Hello, coming from behind. We've said it many times. You can't hassle the Hoff. Great defense there as the score was tied. Second quarter, still 0-0. The Bulldogs' TJ Moeller puts New Haven on the board with a field. We don't see a lot of field goals here on the highlight zone, but it was important because it was 3-zip at that point. Later, Pearson Harnish looking. He would be picked off by Travis Crow. Watch the hands. Beautiful interception. Bulldogs leading 3-zip at that point. They go on to win by a final of 14-7. Belmont at Homestead. The Braves, if you remember, they upset the Spartans down in Decatur last year. Logan Ormsby thought he was going to be out in most of the regular season with a broken foot. He is back late second. Hits John Lark for a 41-yard touchdown. Lark, one of 3 Homestead receivers to go over 100 yards. 17-13 Spartans, but Belmont answering before the half. Josh Brune, oh, that Belmont running game is always tough. Braves up 20-17 at half. Sam McIntyre, Sarah Galovich named Homestead royalty at the break. All Homestead in the third. You're going to see Ormsby fire it to Carlos Sanchez, then take it in himself. Ormsby, 396 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's all passing. Pretty good return for him as Belmont falls to Homestead 38-35. Moving on, Columbia City at DeKalb in our final NHC game. The much improved Barons looking to snap an 11-game losing streak in conference. This is going to help in the first quarter. Hunter Minich punches one in. It's 6-zip DeKalb. Columbia City looking for some offense here, but Chad Ramus, how many times have we said this guy's name on the highlight zone? He picks him off, takes it back to the 20. Next play, Harrison Price, the quarterback for DeKalb, looking and finding his favorite receiver, Will Crispin. When you throw it up to the 6'6" guy, it's always a good idea. DeKalb would score late in the fourth quarter to win this one, coming from behind 33-29, so they snap that NHC losing streak. Congratulations to the Barons. Well, we're going to take a quick timeout, but when we come back, huge games across the NECC, ACAC, and the NCC. At Memorial Field, it's Garrett trying to tighten its grip on the conference lead as they battle a really good Eastside team. At Leo, Lions roaring back into league play against South Adams. And Huntington North quietly coming in undefeated in conference. Could they stay that way against Muncie Central? We got your answer coming up next in the Zone.
We're the Heritage Patriots. Welcome back to the Highlight Zone.